You to Noche and beyond here on 2K Sports. From the attire to the food, the players' jerseys. Tonight, a celebration of the Latin culture. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg. The big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Now here's Booker. Here's Halliburton. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
There's so much about Halliburton that shows that he plays well beyond his years.
Here's Leonard. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now here's Adebayo. Halliburton passes to Adebayo. Kicks it out to Booker. 4 on the shot clock. There's the triple. And no good. Holmgren at the elbow. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one goes on Anunoby.
And that 7-foot frame of Holmgren makes him so difficult to guard.
Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar in this league.
Long, 7'1" with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
Leonard and Durant sends it back. Adebayo kicks to Durant. Pass to Anunoby. From the wing. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Holmgren with a screen on Anunoby. Leonard the pass to Holmgren. Bounce pass Holiday. A 3 from Leonard does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just 1 so far.
Yeah, he's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
To the middle. Here's KD. And he banks in the layup.
Kevin, he's been around the league a long time, so super smart around the basket to rise up and finish.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to talk to his guys. GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace.
Now here's Leonard. His last outing, he had 8 points. Outside Holiday, the shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Boy, does that help. When Drew Holiday's connecting from the three-point line, it opens up so much of the floor.
Halliburton sets the pick for Booker. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got his 4th rebound in this one. And stolen by Booker. Takes it inside. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
So tough to guard. Devin Booker combining that range with the handle.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Holmgren sets the screen for Leonard. And it's out of bounds and last touch by Holmgren. And now that we have a chance, let's show you the NBA's top thieves. This is the list of this month's steals leaders. 5th on the list, Bam Adebayo.
Really been fantastic defensively this run for him. He's had more than his share of steals, and now he's looking to get more.
George is checked in for Antetokounmpo.
And Durant doesn't need more than a click to get one off.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to catch up with Eric Spoelstra a few minutes ago. I asked Coach about facing off against Bam Adebayo, and he told me the dangerous thing about Bam is his versatility. He's able to play different roles for his team depending on the matchup. And and that versatility makes it difficult to game plan against him. Guys?
Thanks, David. Now George, following Durant's three-point attempt. Three-pointer. And Paul George with the three.
And George is deadly from deep. That'll give you some longevity in this league.
Outside, KD. Back to Halliburton. Adebayo with a screen on Holiday. Halliburton for three. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Now, here is George. Basket good.
I've just seen these massive leaps from Paul George throughout his career, particularly as a playmaker.
Halliburton kicks to Adebayo. Durant for three. No good. Gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Holmgren can't hit.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again? KD is right at the top of that list.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Scoreless thus far. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, I'd like to see Giannis thread the needle, a big man that has some point guard skills.
KD finds Van Vliet. Washington with a screen on Giannis to the paint. And it's Washington missing. And here's Antetokounmpo outside. And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Leading by just 2. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
There's so much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
They've got Washington. Right, Van Vliet out there with Booker. Then it's Miller. And it's Duren in at the 5 down low. It's his first trip to the line.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Of course, one of the league's best scorers. Giannis poised to be one of the game's all-time best.
Booker looking around. Launches from deep. Oh, trying for it. He couldn't stay in bounds, and that's going to be a turnover. About 42% so far. Steps back. Driving in. Machetes his way. Giannis. And Brent, when you talk about the best player in the league, Giannis has got to be in that conversation, correct?
Yeah, there's no doubt, Kevin. I mean, the numbers he puts up are incredible. It's how easily he dominates a game and just how unstoppable of a force he is. You know, there's so many teams out there trying to find answers for what Giannis is doing to them offensively, but how do you equip a defense to slow down the force that is Giannis Antetokounmpo?
OG Anunoby's checked in for Miller.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
This tug-of-war game continues.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
From the arc, that's good from Booker on the assist from Van Vliet. Booker's got 5 now. Here's Pritchard, covered by Van Vliet. Pass to George. Here's Pritchard. Shoots over Van Vliet. Duren pulls it in. It's tipped. Here's Booker. And they cash in right away with a quick shot. Booker's got 5 points in the quarter.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Outside, George. Ayton sets the pick for George. The three-pointer off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Booker the pass to Van Vliet. And a miss there on the triple.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Monk against Booker. Ayton a screen. Monk attacking, and it's blocked.
And that length of Duren enables him to deliver an emphatic denial.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Kevin, Jalen Duren, a physical specimen, is improving the finer points of his game, including his vision. He said, I feel like I've always been a good passer. I've developed more of that as my young career has gone on, understanding the league better and how to win. Kevin?
Yeah, DA, you know, it takes time, but nice to see his development. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, you know, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
KD sets up those crossovers as a big 7-footer. He handles the ball so well, and that's a great decision out of a pick-and-roll set.
Now here's Giannis. He has 5. Pass to Holmgren. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Holmgren's got 7 points.
And I love the competitive edge Holmgren plays with, coming right back with his own triple.
Here's Durant. KD, so efficient in there.
Well, the game's 4 quarters, and after a tough first half, he's found his rhythm in the second.
There's the lob. There's Giannis taking flight.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, to even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Booker outside. Pass to Halliburton. Offline with his 3.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo converts inside.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Durant sets a screen for Halliburton. Offline from the top of the key.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Holmgren against KD. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Duren a screen for 3. Booker sinks the 3.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Paul George, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. With this break, let's show you the teams that led the league in assists last year.
Just a gifted passing team. They play the kind of basketball that fans love to watch. Very unselfish and fluid offensively.
Back to George. And Adebayo sends it back.
And Bam aptly describes Adebayo's defensive impact. He packs a punch in there.
Gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Rebound by Drew Holiday.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Now here's Holmgren. 7 points in the game. George missing again.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Here's KD. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. Durant's got 7 now in this quarter.
one of those nights that Kevin Durant is just massive for his team. For my money, this guy's the best scoring forward of all time.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Up 3. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
We've got Holiday. Holmgren is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. There's a screen with the shot. Offensive rebound. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Durant kicks to Adebayo. You know, Brent, when you wonder why GMs take a risk on project big men, Bam Adebayo is an example of why they do just that.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not always about the project working out. It's about teams that have a plan for the project. And certainly Miami was able to do that. You have to credit Bam. He put the work in. The guy has been solid. He's an all-star. He's continuing to improve, and he gives you everything on both ends of the floor every night.
For the lead, just 5 on the clock. The long distance 3 is buried. He's got 5. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Back to Halliburton. Fires from way outside. That shot misses.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Good work there as it goes.
Drew's got such a great build, 205, 210 pounds, a bigger guard. Hard to knock him off of his shot.
Pass to Booker. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And last year, excellent at the free throw line, just a shade under 90%.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Holmgren the pass to Leonard. Holiday against Halliburton.
Such a terrific two-way guy. Drew Holiday isn't just an offensive powerhouse. He loves to play defense. I mean, loves it.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
Halliburton passes to Adebayo. Booker outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Brent, Kawhi Leonard seems to be at his best. He is his most incredible when it matters the most.
Yeah, I think we sometimes tend to forget about how dominant Kawhi was in the performances at the biggest moments during the NBA Finals with his MVP awards, and it's mostly due to the fact that injuries have taken him away from those moments. But it's all in there. He is capable of dominating a game on both sides of the floor, Kevin, and I hope that there's another opportunity for us as fans to see him have one more crack at that, if not a couple more, before his career is over.
Adebayo with a screen on Holiday. Halliburton, no good.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
And Holiday has it in the corner. It's hauled in by Tyrese Halliburton. Gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here he goes. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Washington's checked in for Anunoby. Down low, here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
Booker outside. Washington kicks to Durant. No good on the three. Gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Pass to Antetokounmpo.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
There's 1:59 left here in the third quarter. Here's Leonard. It's stolen by Adebayo. Washington passes to Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
Yeah, pull out your dictionary, look up the term pure scorer. You might see a picture of one Kevin Durant.
Halliburton against Holiday. Let's go. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Holiday's got 6 here in this quarter. Halliburton passes to KD. Now Washington inside. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats here for Holiday. A very nice season for him last year. He averaged about 12 points per game last year, 5 assists and 5 rebounds. And very few players in the league can go out and produce like he has. Just a great stretch for him.
He keeps playing like this, and you know in arenas, especially at home, when the star player is playing this well, those MVP chants come raining down.
Here's George. It's rebounded by Booker.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
A deep three from Leonard. The rebound by Halliburton. Halliburton's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Here's Duran, and Duran slams it in.
Well, difficult cover here on the pick and roll as Devin Booker's getting more and more experience playing out and making plays.
Leonard kicks to Monk. Launches it. And they recover it. Misses the 3. And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Durant is out there with Anunoby. Then there's Washington. Then there's Brandon Miller. And it's Van Vliet in at the point guard position. Here's Washington. That's good, and it's Miller with the assist. Washington's got his first points of the night.
And not just the score. Miller can dish it as well, showing great vision on that play.
Here's Giannis. Physical basketball from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Anunoby with the screen for Van Vliet. Off target with the open look. Here about 46% for the game. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo, an emphatic alley-oop jam.
That's a nice toss up there, so you got to like the timing. But, of course, that's Giannis. He's going to grab anything.
Pass to Durant. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. 18 points for Kevin Durant.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
George with the screen on Anunoby. Here's Giannis. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
And the defense, you thought they were helpless before. Now Giannis is hot.
And Miller throws it down hard.
And that's what we're used to him doing, but he really just hasn't had that typical impact offensively. If they keep getting him touches, this game won't be tied for long.
The shot by George, no good.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Giannis inside. He's guarded by Anunoby. Drew Holiday is checked in for Monk. Gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And the points coming for them now, Greg, in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
That one goes in.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He knows every possession is critical now. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. Now, he's not pleased with the perimeter game on both sides of the ball. He told his guys, we aren't working hard enough out there. We need to shut down the perimeter on defense, and on offense, we have to focus from good to great. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks.
Yeah, he may not play in every game, but when it matters, Kawhi Leonard, he's about as good as it gets.
Halliburton passes to KD. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And here's the fast break. Holmgren leading the way. Leonard lets it rip from three.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
Anunoby outside. And Booker kicks to Durant. Here's Anunoby. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Outside Leonard. Outside Antetokounmpo. Holiday with it. Now defended by Adebayo. And Adebayo sends it back.
And a menace defensively. Adebayo with the swat. He's an all-defensive team member for a reason.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Clock at 4. Durant with the steal. Pass to Halliburton. Shoots. And Holmgren pulls it down. Gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Good. Kawhi working near the hoop.
Showing no hesitation, and in a huge moment, Kawhi wants the ball when they need a bucket.
We've got 1:48 left here in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. Booker, the good-looking shot from the wing.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
With the step back. Leonard against Anunoby. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
And who do you call when you need a big bucket? For this team, more and more, it's Kawhi.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
Anunoby against Leonard. Holmgren the screen. Pass to Giannis. Yes!
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Halliburton against Holiday. Here's Durant. Doesn't go for him. Good D by Holmgren. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
And that's what you want your leaders to do. Giannis stepping up in a big way.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Here's KD. Shot from the inbound. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Despite a laid-back nature, Durant demands the ball in crunch time. This is why.
Leonard on the wing. He's guarded by Anunoby. Takes a step back. And J.J. Redick is called timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
Well, they just need a solid play right now, and Coach going through his index cards to find one to get something going.
Here's Durant. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. And that's an intentional foul. And the first of two, no good, heartbreaker.
Taking 2 shots.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. And so they get the victory here at home. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.